a lot of cameras. Even have an extra one right here. I don't have any room for it. I feel like Wilson from Home Improvement. Heidi ho, neighbor. Remember that show? So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to get free film or just super heavy discounted film. Same with cameras. Most of these cameras you're looking at right here, I definitely didn't pay full price. And some of them I even got for free. I'm gonna show you how I did it. But first, roll that intro.
You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot Polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris.
Yes, so I've talked about this for a little while now. I was going to talk about how I source and find all of my cameras and film, how to keep the hobby going for as cheap as possible. Quick backstory is I have an extensive career, knowledge, experience in the craft of buy, selling, and trading. I even owned a retail shop for 5 years before I sold it to do film and photography and help smaller businesses grow and all that jazz. But I have this like DNA of just sourcing and finding stuff for good deals. If you're like me, you like to shoot instant photography. What's the one thing that keeps you from shooting photos? Well, it's probably the photos themselves, right? Film is not cheap. It adds up really fast. It's an ongoing, very expensive hobby. I barely make any money off of AdSense and all that, and so I can't be going out and spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month on film. If you're not following me over on Instagram, I post a bunch over there, and you may notice I post a lot of photos, especially instant photography photos. How am I able to do that? Am I just super rich? No, not by a long shot. How am I doing it? Well, I'm sourcing, I'm looking, I'm always on the hunt. And where am I looking? I'm looking at Facebook, I'm looking at OfferUp. Craigslist, oddly enough, is kind of died. No one's really going there anymore, but I still tend to peek it just in case. eBay is usually a last resort. But going back to Facebook, there's groups that you can go into and they tend to buy, sell, trade stuff. But Marketplace is another good one. Let's go talk about groups real quick, because this is where I found the stuff I'm going to show you today. Just as an example of what you can do. We've got a Polaroid Now Black Edition. It's pretty cool. Retails for new $99. What else we got in here? We have the Mint SX70 lens kit. That's pretty cool. I believe this retails for $90, somewhere in that range, $90 to $100, but somewhere in that ballpark. Close to the same price as this, I would say. So we're at $200 basically. Let's just call it that, right? It's used, I'm aware of that, but let's just bear with me for a second. And then we got a SX70 sonar camera. But this isn't just a regular old SX70 camera. This has actually been converted to shoot 600 film, which is pretty incredible on its own. So the value of this is kind of ranges wildly because they don't come up for sale often, so they fluctuate, but I would put in the ballpark of $200 maybe, 300 on a good day. Sometimes if you're lucky, maybe a little bit more on the selling side of it. So let's just say on the low end, $200. What we are looking at here is roughly $300, close that is, in value. But what else is in the box, you may ask? We've got film, a decent amount of film. We have 5 packs of 600 film. This is about $80 if you buy the 5-pack from Polaroid. I think it's about $75 if you were to buy the packs, but individually, which these were bought individually, you can tell, will run you $18 to $20 depending on where you go. But let's, for the sake of it, just say this is $75. And then we have 2 packs of black frame I-type. This is around $19, $20. The black frames are a little bit more expensive each, so let's just say $40. Because, you know, there's tax and stuff. So roughly a little bit over $100 in film, just over, right? So we got roughly $400 worth of street value of product. I paid $300 for this off a Facebook group. You may be asking yourself, well, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's $100 less than what if you were to buy all this stuff, you know, individually. But I don't need a Now camera. I'm just gonna sell this. I could probably get $65, $70 for this. So that brings what I totally paid for everything down. I could sell this camera right here. I could get a couple $100 for this. I mean, just right there, or pretty close to the $300 of what I paid for all of it. I could probably sell this for 60 to 80 bucks maybe. Oh, now we're in profit zone. Hello. And now I have film. Well, I don't want to sell the film because I use the film on the daily occurrence. I just made money and got film. How's that work? That's the game of buy, selling, and trading. That is how I get my film majoritively. Not always. Not always. I do go to Polaroid and buy film from them. I buy it from Best Buy. I buy it from Target. I do spend it if I'm running low. It doesn't matter. But I always go to the aftermarket first to try and hunt down deals like this. Yeah, I had to spend $300 to get free film. Most people would, and they don't really want to take time to sell it individually because it does take time and effort. But if you're willing to do that, you just scored free film. Does that make sense? What I've been wanting to do is bring back an old show of mine that teaches people how to buy, sell, and trade. I've been hemming and hawing about it. I used to do it on another YouTube channel that I had. I no longer have access to that channel anymore, unfortunately. But I'll roll the intro for that show and see what you guys think.
I'm Chris Erickson, and after 20 years experience buying, selling, and trading, even opening my own retail shop, I'm going to take you into the field and show you just how easy it is to buy, sell, and trade. Welcome to Flippin' Geeks.
I've actually shot a bunch of it already in the world of instant photography, so maybe I will create a couple episodes here and there. Guys, let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Let's chat, because I would love to teach you some more hacks, tips, and tricks, what to look for, how to negotiate, and some tips and tricks on how to actually sell the stuff once you've purchased it. There's a lot of things that go into that as well. If you're interested, I would love to be able to share that with you guys. Maybe I'll just make it a members or Patreon type content. So I do have a massive catalog backlog of the old show and old content that is been deleted off of that old channel that I can re-upload. So maybe I'll make that members. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on it. I'd like to diversify a little bit and teach you guys some stuff so that way you can get some more value out of the channel. And so I think I might continue to do the buy, sell, trade stuff, but I'll keep it in this world because I've gotten some crazy deals. My SLR 680, aka the Beast. I paid 20 bucks for that thing. That thing is worth $300-400 bucks in good condition. It's not in good condition. The SX70, the Alpha, the one that's in the intro of my show, yeah, that one, I paid $5 for that. The thing is mint condition. Super primo. I don't say that to brag. I hope to say that so it gets you excited to where you can learn to do this yourself. Because one, who doesn't like making a little bit of money? But two, I think this might get more people interested in instant photography, you know? So more people that shoot it, the more Polaroid and Fuji and all them camera companies are gonna put stuff out. And speaking of which, I'm probably gonna be selling a couple cameras. I have spent a few dollars recently on some cameras that are really expensive that I think I'm just gonna sell. Especially now that I got this one, it kind of I don't need it anymore. So I'm probably gonna sell a couple of different things. So check the link in the description and pick some stuff up for yourself. I got some good things. Clear some space out of here. I got too much stuff. Too much stuff in here. Hopefully you found this video helpful in any way. I know it's kind of random a little bit from the norm of what I've been putting out lately, but I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on this subject. And if you're interested in seeing more, let me know below. Or just consider subscribing and you'll probably see it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Now, get out there, make some art, and find some good deals. Make some money.